Yeah.
In 2007, obviously, we lived in a different world, and that was when The Go-Giver was first published. What's the best advice that you would have for people today who might be doing the majority, if not all, like myself, of their networking online?
Yeah, Steve, it's a wonderful question because I think it goes back to, principles, strategies, and techniques all have a place, but we begin with principles which are universal laws. And so, remember the saying is not all things being equal, people do business with and refer business to computers they know, like, and trust, but rather to that person, to that individual. So to that person who's in front of that computer. And I remember when social media first really became a thing. And one of the questions I kept being asked on interviews was, can people really develop know, like, and trust relationships without being in person? And I used to say, well, well, now I'm 66, but I guess back then I would have been 50 years old or something like that. And I said, well, I've been in sales a long time. And back in the day when I started, we used to have this tool. It was really kind of something that we would develop relationships with. It was called the telephone. And, and so when I first started, I prospected via phone. I created relationships via phone. I closed sales via phone. I kept in touch by this thing called no, excuse me, mail, not email. And we'd send all the, so, it's interesting. The many of my clients became clients without ever having met them. Um, we kept in touch with through different means. So I think the universal principles of relationship building stay the same. Now, we have this great online thing, right? Where we can connect with people we may never have been able to connect with without. And now we have the opportunity to drive really deep relationships even faster, even more effective. So I think when we look at technology as something that we use, but that isn't the end, but simply the means to the end, I think we take advantage of both worlds. So so I would say principles are the same. The strategies change. Sometimes tactics and techniques. That's fine. That's fine. But as long as we remember that it's never, we always say talk in terms of B2B or B2C, right? Business to business or business to consumer. It's always H to H, human to human. And as long as we recall that, we're always on the right track.
I love that answer. The human to human is beautiful.